What's up, guys? What's happening? Gib, Simon, Simone, can you tell me which one it is? Shout out to the devs, especially excellent game. My wife wanted to play split screen in PS5 with me. Well, I have this option. I am not a developer. I've seen that request before though. I've seen that request before, so I can't really say. What's up, little pup? Hi. Oh, she knows I got treats. That's what it is. So how about here you go, baby. A little update on little buddy who's staring at me because he wants a treat. He lives under my desk now, and oh, poor guy, he is fucking terrified of the thunder. Uh, so yeah. But he's good, Gib. He's good. So here's the deal with this pup. We are foster parents, so we picked up this dog and immediately attached himself to me, and I mean, attached himself. All right, dude. I don't know if you can hear that thunder, but he hates it. Um, but he stops shaking when I put my foot on him, so it's, I guess it's gonna be fine. Um, and he uh he attached himself to me, and I attached myself right back, and he became my like little streaming buddy, my little content creator buddy. Like he lays like right here, or he lays right here, or he lays under my desk, or he's in the camera in the background on the bed. And so I was like, man, there's no way I'm gonna let this little guy go, man. There's no way. So what the problem was, we had somebody lined up already, and it's like a first come first serve. And like I get it, the people we go through is Triangle Beagle Rescue of North Carolina, and they can't possibly take sides or do anything. It's like first come first serve. They see so many dogs in and out on the daily that they just can't do that. So we had to tell the potential adopter, that we wanted to keep him, and we did, and she said no. She was like no, and it's like I was like, dude, I was broken hearted over. I had a really hard weekend. I was so broken hearted because we decided already, and then she said no, and I was like, that was so fucking surprised. I was floored by it. I was surprised that they, that she would say that, and then what happened was so we sent her like a little kind of a sob story, like, hey, we kind of got attached. You met him for 30 minutes, and we've had him for a month now. And finally, like 3 days go or 2 days go by, and she's like, okay, you can adopt him. And I'm like, fuck, man, toy with my emotions, woman. Anyway, he's good. He got out of surgery. They cut off his nuts. They pulled 8 teeth, and he's got an ear infection, and there was something else too. Oh, he had the cherry in his eye, so he had eye surgery as well. This dude is a wreck. Right. So the stream, I've got a couple people here now. The developer stream, we're streaming the developer stream. So if you want to go to the developer stream and see it firsthand, here's the link here. It's Twitch TV /Fubar Prime. He's the developer. He's not the developer. This is frustrating, guys. He's not the developer. The Fun Pimps are not developing this game. They and the Fun Pimps are actually screaming that at the top of their lungs in all the discords and the creator discord. Fun Pimps are not developing this game. This game is being developed by Illogica. Okay, well, fuck, I thought that was going to take me to their website. Illogica games. Yeah, that's it. So this is Illogica, and they are the ones developing the game, and they're using 7 Days to Die's likeness. Now, the fact that the developer stream is being streamed by a Fun Pimps developer, they have no right. Fun Pimps have no right to come in here and say we aren't developing the game when their name, their likeness, their developer is the one streaming the dev stream, and like it's got likeness all over it. I feel like they're just gonna be off to a bad start if that's like gonna be the first thing they're gonna be talking shit about. You know what I mean? So logic is, but it is true and it is a fact. It's probably just something that everybody's gonna have to deal with, especially them. So it is being developed by Illogica, coming soon, summer 2025. It's 4 versus 1. I don't know if y'all have seen the trailer, but it's 4 versus 1 PvP. So the Fun Pimps are, ooh, they're stepping. Ooh, I kind of want to watch this. Game Retainer, Darkness Falls live stream. Dank, like that. Um, you got me thinking about Darkness Falls, and I lost my train of thought here. So there's some things floating around. Somebody could see. Look at that thumbnail. That's a good thumbnail. Huh? Shit, that's me. So here's their official. So we'll post some links here. Is this the official Blood Moon streams? It is not the official. The official can be found at the link I'm actually literally about to paste in here. Not this one. This one. Fubar Prime. So if I'm not mistaken, so there's two links. There's one for the YouTube, the official YouTube. They won't be streaming there, and then the other one is where the actual stream will be. You thought Subaru was streaming? I don't know who Subaru is. You're welcome. You're welcome. If I'm not mistaken, there might be some Twitch drops over there as well, which you might be able to pick up. I'm just not sure how that's gonna work. What do you think of seven Blood Moon game? Hate it or love it? Pepsi on TikTok. I'm not allowed to say because I signed an NDA. I've played it already. You stick around, you're gonna learn a lot more. You'll probably learn enough to have your own opinions on it. We are just kind of waiting for this thing to start. Fubar Prime was pretty on point. Oddly, the ad says 4 p.m., but Twitch says, oh no, I don't like that. I don't want to sit here for 2 hours, y'all. Relax, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate you. I mean, the real question is Pepsi Hub on TikTok. What do you think? Like, what do you know enough about it? I don't think I'm gonna like it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like it. was kind of loud for me. Is it like a different game in the 7 Days to Die universe? Yes, yes, you're correct. It is 7 Days to Die likeness. So like we can browse through this here. So like you see, there's cops, there's spikes, there's voxel based. There's a voxel based world where everything is interactable, like these donuts and like this block, that block. All the blocks are like interactable. And well, let me just deter for a second. In likeness, it's the same exact game as 7 Days to Die, but it's just revamped. You know what I mean? It's almost like an overhaul mod could probably pull something like this off. Even the shaders, like this Borderlands kind of look, you know. The caveman. It's a Timu version of 7 Days to Die. Thanks, but no thanks. Hey, I mean, I'm just here to deliver it, man. You know what I mean? I am kind of pissed off at them. Whoever made this trailer, I just copyrighted, striked myself. Like this entire video is now copyrighted, and I just didn't even think about it until afterwards. Just went live. Good looking out. Appreciate you. So I'm probably just gonna shut up here. F5. F5 is the button you want. Ads. What did I miss off? I was just about to say it looks like Borderlands graphically. Yeah, it does, man. It does. Right, so I'm gonna do this a little bit differently since I realized that my fucking face doesn't add a damn thing to it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this in theater mode like that, and I'm gonna put it on this other screen here, and I've also got the same game but different graphics, a little bit different graphics, but it also works differently, Pepsi. So and I've also got, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna hide the cam unless you want to see my face. You want to see my face. Everybody wants to see my face. No, let me know. Yeah, I'll hide the cam, and then I'm gonna keep the chat up, but I'm actually gonna move it like this, so you could see this chat. Actually, let's do it up here, and then the cam we could put under, make it a little bit smaller, maybe. Come on, you bitch. There we go. We'll do something like that. So apparently there's supposed to be drops. Make sure to link your account to get the drop. Is this gonna show me a bunch of shit? God, I hate this already. There we go. Okay, that was relatively painless. Account link is successful. So yeah, make sure if you're gonna get the drops, make sure you do the make sure you follow this. And then I think if you hang out here for 30 minutes, I've already seen what you get, but they told me not to share it, so you do get a skin for it. So I think you have to be here for 30 minutes. Yeah, you have to watch the stream for 30 minutes. So you can watch me for 30 minutes and you won't get shit. So I'm gonna mute that. I'm gonna try to avoid as much copyright as possible. That's one thing I'm a little irritable about. Wait, what is everybody saying drops for? Is that what you're supposed to do? I don't know anything about drops, guys. Educate me. Somebody help me, please. Nope. If I want psychedelic, I'll do the real thing. them green wasteland shrooms hit it just right. I don't see it within the drop inventory tracking time. Thanks for the stream. It's appreciated. You're very welcome, Caveman. It's much less for Twitch and a lot more for all the other platforms. Kick, Twitch, Rumble, all the places. Well, not Rumble. I give up on Rumble, dude. I give up on Rumble. I don't know if the drop is working. I'll pay attention to chat. They'll teach us everything we need to know. Damn it, stop moving. Show me the hat, Mama. I hope I can still pee. I hope I can still pee after this. That's a lovely comment. Let's go. Thanks for the raid. Hello everyone. Rest of the pink set when? Don't know what that's. This game looks sort of like Evil Dead. So since Saber abandoned that, I'm looking forward to this one. Wait, what is this? Use the link below to attach your account to make sure you get the hat. So we're getting a hat, apparently. Oh, shit. Okay, I understand. I mean, how are we supposed to know all that? You know what I mean? Drops won't start until they go live with the game. Old man Gib with all that knowledge, dude. That's why you get the big bucks, brother. Hey, can I just show you something, Gib? And everybody? I fixed it. This is what my new like stream layout shit looks like. So I've got multi-stream chat. So this is Kick and Twitch, and it'll also show me Twitter and one other one. And then I've got TikTok in here. Alexander, what's up, dude? And then I've got TikTok in here, right here, so I can actually reply to those. And I can see who joined, which is cool. And then I've got all my mini feed here for all you donators and so on and so forth, so I can actually see it, which is nice. Phoenix Dragon, been playing 7 days since it first dropped on PlayStation. The minute the trailer came out, I was in love. That's fair. 7 Days to Die is a good game, dude. Even with the new shit. I mean, it's getting a lot of hate and a lot of negativity, and I'm certainly not innocent. You know, I'm certainly not innocent of talking mad shit about the choices that the out of touch developers have made, but it's still a good game. Yeah, it's still a good game. I'm curious. I'm curious how 7 Days Blood Moons is gonna do, because it is taking the likeness of 7 Days, and y'all can quote me on this, and you can even clip it and everything. And hopefully it comes out nice and fluid, and I don't stammer my words because I do that sometimes. Uh, the 7 Days to Die developers love to watch content creators and make changes to the meta according to what the content creators are doing to cheese the game. PvP is fucking perfect for them if that's the case. Like, I wish that I had, oh man, imagine if Call of Duty's developers like Activision took over development of 7 Days to Die, and imagine the Fun Pimps took over development of Call of Duty. All of the metas in Call of Duty would just be fucking nerfed into the ground. Everything would be like stale as fuck. And that's what Call of Duty needs, because it's just too ridiculous. There's too many hackers, too much bullshit. And Activision would make 7 Days to Die. 7 Days to Die is so marketable that they could release a new game twice a year for the next 20 years and make fucking billions on it. Yeah, I said it. 7 Days Borderlands is extreme cheeks. Funny. What choice are they making that you're not fond of? I don't like the direction of the game, man. They're gatekeeping, dude. They're gatekeeping. That's all. You know, if I want to go to the wasteland on day one, then that's my fucking choice. And if I don't die, you know, that's even better. But it's pretty fucking difficult to go to the wasteland on day one and survive it. You know, you've really gotta hustle. So, you know, the fact that they're gatekeeping like that, yeah, we're still starting soon. Yo, thank you for being here. You don't have to like the stream. You can use it as a jumping point to go to the real stream. But if you are gonna hang out with me, if you could like the stream. Hello, what's the speaking the devil? It's right here. It's right here. Y'all feel free to jump shit, man. I'm not gonna be offended. I'm just here to serve as a catalyst. Is that the right word? Luca, what's up? Welcome. Wish there would have been more PvP interactions in 7 Days to Die. I mean, you could shoot your friends. You know, I've definitely done that before. Hmm. Interested to hear your side along the entire stream. So I'm not probably knowing Fubar and knowing the last few developer streams, they are so unorganized. I mean, there's going to be plenty of time for me to like just talk. Yeah, but they're so mad when you kill your friends. Fuck them. Anyone getting progress for drops? Mine ain't working. I'm not interested. I couldn't care less, to be honest with you. I don't know how it works either. Can you can you instruct us? Instruct. Can I do like full screen and then no, see, I learned from the last time that full screen, every time there's a stupid ad, it'll pop itself out. You can you can claim your drop here. Twitch drops inventory. There it is. 30% of 30 minutes. Did you catch that? Who said that? Removed access. Anyone getting progress for drops? Right. So you have to log in. You have to do the thing wherever the pinned comment is. You have to connect your account via their give. There it is right there. So you have to come up here. You have to click on this, right? And then you have to link your account. Oh man, I really want to tell her. Okay, there it is. So you have to come to this link right here. I can even share it. I can even share it in chat here. Fuck balls. H. There you go. So if you go to that link and link your account up, the Steam event has the drop connect link. Yes, sir. You right. You got it. Um, right. So if you use that link, attach your account, and then come in and spend 30 minutes, you'll get a Twitch drop, and it's I guess the pimp hat. I guess from what I understand. And my chair is squeaky. Yeah, my chair is squeaky. Mm-mm-mm. So what do y'all think about this? Oh shit, we're doing the thing. Hold on. Audio. Ash, what's up, dude? They're gonna have some. They're gonna have some. No audio. No audio. They're all nervous, like, oh shit. What up, Ash? Be careful, Fuber might lose his just tampon in a huff. There is audio, but it's quiet beyond belief. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I could like manipulate it, but like I know it's crazy. Yeah, no audio, no audio. It's a glitch. Just saw it on a pink car right now, watching you, waiting on the night to be over with. I think it was over before it started. Y'all, thanks for the Twitch follows, man. Damn, you guys are awesome. Thank you. I remember my first stream. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Yes, definitely a good start on their stream. Dude, streaming is so fucking hard, man. It's always the fucking audio. Legit, always the audio. Hey, we're calm, dude. You're the one that's like, oh fuck, oh fuck. I know what it's like too to have your audio fuck up like that and then like restart the stream. Oh, fucking torture, dude. Their 1.0 stream was a nightmare too. So was 2.0. So was Alpha 20. So was Alpha 21. I've watched them all, dude. They're fucking awful. Look at this dude right here. This dude's like, damn, I fucking every time, man, every time. On YouTube, link to Twitch from description led to wrong page, I guess. Okay. I might not be able to send it like that. I don't know. Wait. Ash, I know, dude. How many people are watching this right now? 7,000 viewers? Holy shit. How the fuck did they get 7,000 viewers? I'm not sure that there was that many in the 2.0 streamer. Maybe there was. The pinned link work for you on Twitch? That's good, man. That's good. I mean, best case scenario, guys, really. Go to if you want to jump ship, go over to Fubar Prime, then yeah. Viewbot's 100%. You would think they could figure out how to do a sound check. Well, here's the problem with Twitch. I'm actually just gonna mute this. Here's the problem with Twitch, man. You can't go live unlisted. Like on YouTube, if I had a problem and I wanted to call like old man Gib in the Discord and be like, "Hey brother, I need some fucking help, dude. I need to sort out my audio. I need to can you jump in?" You could do a test stream and just have it unlisted. Whereas in on Twitch, you have to go live. You have to go live in front of the fucking world and everybody to do a sound check, just to do a sound check. Awful, but look at that dude. He's like, oh man, it's always something. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dude called it out. I know exactly what's wrong. I know exactly what's wrong too. The cam that they're using, it's 99%. I'm 99% sure that the cam that they're using has a microphone and then they have like another condenser microphone like sitting right here for all of them to pick up. But so all they need to do is go over and swap their input and mute this microphone for the cam and swap it over to the one that the condenser that's in the middle of the room. Drop still not working for me. Gonna try joining their stream. Oh, it won't work for you on my stream. I'm sorry. Yeah. If it worked on my stream, if it worked on my stream, I wouldn't be posting no links. For real. Yeah. I'm sorry, I wasn't clear about that. You can set it as subscribers only on Twitch. It's true. Yeah, they're using the wrong mic, is what it is. Because you could faintly hear them, and you can hear them doubled. I'm just, I'm just like chilling. Oh, I appreciate you coming back because you definitely don't have to be here. You could be there. I tried helping, saying the info was on Steam page too above. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Let's look at that actually, since we're not doing nothing. Where is it? Where is it? It's not in my. It's not in my. Damn! It's not even in my thing anymore. It's not even in my library. Hmm. Nope. 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 No. 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 God, that's another copyright. Fuck. Hello from Brazil. You love this game? Cheers. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Nope. Nope. You need to start the stream over. Well, you're close to the camera, so yeah. So much for monetizing this video. Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Completely screwed. 7 days to die, and their announcements has it. Okay.
So I'm going to hand this to Bobby so he can do all the talking. Everybody, great stream.
Hmm.
Yeah. They don't. No, they're only hearing out of mine. The awesome one, apparently. The one without the cords. The awesome one. Let's
Hmm.
go, everybody. Let's play
Okay.
a
Let's
game
go.
now.
Let's just go do the thing.
How's it going? We're talking about blood moons. I can pass it around. I mean, just here. I can take it off. We can treat it like it's a handheld mic. How's it going, everybody? You want to do the introductions again?
There we go. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. DV the One Community Manager. I hope you guys can hear me well. Community Manager for 7 Days Blood Moons. Welcome, everyone, to our first official dev stream of 7 Days Blood Moons. And I am joined today by the awesome senior lead designer, Bobby. You already know this guy. This guy needs no introduction. But the Fun Pimp co-founder, Rick. We got senior producer, Lathan. And we got Illogica founder, David. So welcome, guys. First of all, how's Montreal? It's the first time in Montreal. How's everything so far? Oh, it's great.
Fuck. This is a mess, dude.
We've been having a lot of fun in Montreal. It's a beautiful city. These guys have treated us really well. We're happy to be here. Happy to be doing this dev stream.
Yeah, we're having fun.
I'm afraid, dude.
There's Lathan. He's going to talk to you now.
I don't know what about. I mean, we're enjoying our time in Montreal. It's great seeing the Illogica team in person. Yeah, we're let's see. Oh, here. I'll let you go ahead.
Thank you.
Sorry,
I'm community manager, guys.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'd like to say, I'd like to say, guys, 7 Days to Die. You guys have sold about like 20 million copies, and you guys have been rolling for like 12 years. We got update 2.0 that came out like a few times ago. I just want to ask you, first of all, now you guys are jumping onto like 7 Days Blood Moons. I'm just very curious, like, how did this project like metal? How did TFP met with Illogica? I'm very curious to know.
So we got introduced to Illogica back in the fall of 2022, and we've been talking about doing a game called Hordes, nicknamed back in the day, and we wanted to make a casual experience. You have to play 7 days for like 10 hours, 20 hours. You don't even experience your first blood moons till 7 hours in, and we want to make a casual experience, 30-minute game, and that was sort of the culmination of that idea. And we thought, well, these guys look like they really get what we're talking about here, and they built a demo out in late 2022, and then we've pushed it along ever since.
You took everything he was supposed to talk about.
Oh.
You entirely took.
Oh, wait. So David.
Yeah, David, tell us a little bit about exactly what he just said.
Well, that was
by the way.
that was a pretty good summary of what happened. So yeah, basically it was a bit of a serendipity. A person we know in common thought that we could work together, and that person was exactly right. And so we did that first prototype together. We hit it off, and then decided to work together on the full production. So very grateful to have been working on Blood Moon so far.
Okay, so I'm going to pass this back to DV.
Thank you. So that's wonderful, guys. So, I'm just thinking about, you guys could have done any sort of like, any other sort of like genres, but instead like you guys have decided to like go toward like this genre or whatnot. I just want to ask you what kind of like, and again, it could have been any other genres, it could have been like another survival, but then I'm just wondering in terms of like this format, what really motivated you to like go towards it? I know you guys wanted to do it faster, like to do it like the arcade style, but I believe that there are like any other styles. What motivated you to go toward that style, basically?
So you're talking about the style of a shorter gameplay loop? Yeah. So everybody knows that. Hold on, I gotta get this closer. Everybody knows that if you're playing 7 days and you only have an hour, yeah, that's not enough time to do anything. You can prepare a little bit, but in Blood Moons, you can get 2-3 matches in easy. We wanted that style. We wanted everybody who loved that loop, the Blood Moon loop, to be able to play and enjoy that. And we wanted to add in some new customization. We had the idea of the new art style, which looks really cool, which we'll talk about a little later. But yeah, it's something we were excited about, and it was great that we met with the Illogica team. So.
And also,
Oh shit! Oops.
this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. And also, I'm just very curious in terms of like the collaboration with the team overall, because we're hearing a lot of like it's Illogica like only developing the game, like the Fun Pimp like just being like publishers and whatnot. But I just want to know most likely what is, let's just say, whenever like you're helping the team, like what are your main tasks or what are your main like the main stuff that you guys are like going in terms of like the game basically.
You mean for Blood Moons, or what we're going for? A party game, short round game, asymmetric, short match, hobby.
This sounds like a great question for Bobby.
Let's pass it over to the Bobby. He's the brains behind a lot of the design.
Oh, I'm one of the brains behind the design. I mean, Blood Moon. Well, it's a 4v1 game, so it's 4 survivors against a zombie master who's controlled by a human player, which is a big difference with 7 Days to Die. He controls. A little closer. Okay. Let's hold it like this.
No, you have to hold it by your throat.
Not only
Please.
individual zombies at any time, any zombie on the map, but he can also place spawn points around the map, and he decides which zombies are spawning, where they are spawning, and he can organize a strategy with that. And it's a rather arcadey game. Like, it's much faster than 7 Days to Die. Every night is a blood moon, and the first blood moon happens like within 4 minutes of the start of the match, and a match lasts about 30, 44, 45 minutes. So yeah, and since we're reusing the engine from 7 Days to Die, one big twist compared to other games, other 4v1 games, is that you can destroy anything around the map, and you can build everywhere around the map. So that's a huge difference, and we saw that through play tests and such. So,
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So, no, yeah. Thank you, Bobby. So, also, what we've also done on social media, if you've seen, we've actually asked the community to ask questions so that we could pretty much like a little bit of a Q&A, so that we could ask the developers about your questions and whatnot. And we took a few. I mean, we're gonna start with these two. First of all, I believe that would be more of a question maybe for Rick and David. But for how long has Blood Moons been in development?
That's my question.
So the game has been in development for since early 2023, and now we're getting pretty close to the early access. So we've been full development since then.
2 years. Good. Next question. That was my question.
And the the second question that I wanted to ask, I mean, I'm pretty much like gonna jump the gun over this question, was for a bit later, but also in terms of like 7 Days Blood Moons, are we perhaps expecting to like see different modes per se from the people that have tried it? There's currently like one mode, but we're wondering if perhaps in the future like there may be perhaps like different modes, right?
Hey, DB, stop talking for a second.
Okay, sure.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. This is so painful, guys. This really fucking hurts, man. Like, seriously. Look, take your, yeah, y'all. This is not going well for you. Please take your time. Yeah.
Mic check.
Take your time. Yep. Seems they might be working on it finally. Yep. I see that Theocules jumped in here. So, I mean, there's nothing I could do to make this better. I mean, I could probably put on some filters and shit and put in like a big noise gate, and I could do that on the fly, but I'm not, I'm just sitting here, you know. I'm not playing a game. I'm not like these guys all uncomfortable and shit, you know. Um, just like sweating it. I mean, I could do that easily,
You want me to
but
check? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
yes. Oh shit,
Okay, that's when they can hear you now.
man, you guys.
Are you talking about this mic?
It's static? We can hear them well, but
Look,
Testing?
I mean, I can noise remove all this shit later.
Static.
So what I was saying earlier is I have the gain, I have the volume here all the way up, and then I have the gain all the way up over here,
How's the audio doing, folks? Is it getting any better?
a little bit better. You already made it better. It sounded better from your stream than my own damn headset for some reason.
So we all don't need the mic?
yeah, just talk through the thing down there.
Put that in the center and we go from there?
Right. Well, actually, let me. You know what? We're that question I'm going to ask you. Let us keep it for later. Let us keep it for later, actually, because now
Fuck.
you can see we are joined by also.
I knew it was gonna be like this, guys.
Welcome, and actually that question. So, and that. Oh, sorry. And that question would actually be for you.
Just one on the desk. That one's not working anymore.
Oh, that one's not working. Oh.
Yeah. Hi.
Oh, no, don't pass it around. Leave it in the center.
Okay.
Yeah, just talk. Just talk. You're fine.
All right.
Okay,
It's gonna be fun, guys. All right. So
don't change it.
now that you're here, actually, Clem, now it's a question for actually you three guys. In terms of the project, what are the funnest memories that you got in the project so far? We'll start with Clem. The funnest memory.
One of the funnest memory was when we went to PAX a few years ago and we presented for the first time the internal closed beta.
No, don't
and
touch it.
It was the first time that a lot of people were playing it, and we wanted to know the impression of people. And suddenly, when we were seeing like families, because at PAX there are often like families, when you have a little kid, it was so expressive that it was just bringing joy to every other people playing with him, because the game was 5 players. And suddenly, if the kid was the zombie master, it was like pure joy, because he was laughing, the other one was, let's kill him, and then the kid was, no, 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 I will be the one killing you. And like one of the boy was so happy that he win, that even after the game, he went off the table and he was still talking about it with his father, his mother, and said, I want to play again, Dad. And they played like 3 times. And it was not just Diff's family. There were other people that were playing like 4, 6 times. Even sometimes I was able to convince like the girlfriend of like one boy that really liked the game, and the girlfriend was, well, it's not the kind of game that I like, but I said, this one, it's okay if you're not that good. Play the zombie master and you will have the thrill. Just you will know how you can go even though you don't know the original game. And that was when we were like, okay, we have something.
So the enthusiasm and the surprise. I like that. I wanted to pass you guys, but I mean the time is running, so let's just go on to like our first subject. So basically, I would like to ask you guys. First of all, I mean Bobby touched upon it like a little bit, but I just wanted to know, for people who doesn't know, what is 7 Days Blood Moons?
Don't touch the mic.
Bobby, we're gonna let you do that one.
Okay, so like I said, it's well, it's a 4v1. It's faster than 7 Days to Die. In faster pace, well, yeah.
As you say, like you could play as a zombie master, basically.
Yeah.
Also, the goal, if I'm not mistaken, also like the
Yes.
goal, you have to survive 4 nights.
If you're the survivor team has to survive 4 nights, which is about 30 to 35 minutes of gameplay. The zombie master, the only thing he has to do to win is to kill all 4 survivors at the same time. Because another difference that we have with the 7 Days to Die is that a survivor can revive another survivor.
Right.
Also, there's a timer on the revive, so you can't. You have to be quick to revive someone, else they're gonna die. But even when a survivor dies, he can survive if the other survivors finish the night. And finishing the night, it's simply killing all the zombies that are on the map. Because the zombie master, he has a budget of blood moon points with which he can place tokens, spawners, to spawn zombies. And once he spent all his blood moon points, he has all these zombies on the map, and the survivors have to kill every zombie on the map to finish the night. So, and they have to repeat that for 4 nights with zombies that are getting stronger and stronger every night, because we have 3 tiers of zombies, tier 1, 2, 3. And during the first night, the zombie master can only spawn zombies of the first tier. On the second night, he can use 1 and 2, and so much.
And you actually touched upon something, because you keep on saying night, and night is great, but however, there's also, if I'm not mistaken, there's the night cycle, but in the morning. Could you touch more in regards of like the morning?
Yeah, once you finish a night, you have a day which has a specific timer, and during the day, it's a moment. It's a moment where you have a break in the pacing. Like the pacing goes a little smoother, a little slower, and the zombie master, he doesn't have a lot of zombies at his disposition. He has only a few roamers, very basic zombies.
There's some great strategies that you can employ as a zombie master. You can destroy the player's resources during the day.
Yes.
And you can also sneak around and try to attack their base so that it's weaker, the traps. That's kind of fun. What are some of the survivors' strategies? And they all want you to talk even louder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The different strategies. Well, let's start with the survivors. The survivors, well, they have to loot for find resource. They have a very limited amount of time to do that during the day, and during the night, it's very difficult to go around the map because there's a lot of zombies. It's a blood moon, so the zombies are very, very, very aggressive, and you have looting, and the counter to that for the zombie master is to destroy the loot box before the survivor gets to them. You can build traps, so spike traps, turrets, and mines, so the zombies will be destroyed before getting to your base. One part of the strategy also is to have decide where you place the base, because you have a point of interest around the map, and it's usually a good strategy to reuse a point of interest. But the point of interest on the map are usually buildings full of holes. They're not strong defense, so you have to put blocks to block any access for the zombies. So that's one part of the strategy.
So on the slide here, they're showing a little bit of what it's like to be in the commander view of a zombie master, and you can see that there's a number of tokens there, and you can drag them onto the play space, and a particular type of zombie in a particular strategic space where you want to. Just talk a little bit about that, Bobby.
Yeah, because which zombies you place on the map have a huge impact. We have 6 classes of zombies. You have the hunters, which are specialized in killing survivors. They're not very sturdy, but they're very good at dealing damage against the survivors. You have the wreckers, who are good at destroying walls and defense. The sappers are very good against traps. The support zombies are zombies that either buff other zombies or debuff the survivor, usually crowd control.
So majority of them that are not Gen Pop roamers have a unique special attack.
Yes.
Which is quite compelling and fun to play as. Tell us about some of those.
Yeah, amongst the few new zombies that we have, well, we have the Rodeo Clown, which is very exciting. It's it's a rodeo clown that throws his intestines as a lasso and pulls the survivor towards him. So the survivors are kind of defenseless in a way until they can free themselves by shooting the intestines.
Did
The
you hear
other
that?
zombies, well, we reuse a few of the abilities of the zombies from 7 Days to Die, but gave them a few twists. We have the fat cop who's throwing projectiles. We have the demolition zombies who can self-destruct. They're very dangerous.
One thing we did recently, this has been a couple months back, we thought we wanted to make it feel like you're a super mutant, you're powerful as a zombie master. We wanted to make it so you strategize by staying together as the survivors, and you don't want to be caught one-on-one with the zombie master. He has a super jump. They all have special attacks, and once we got that kind of rolling, the game really started to get fun. And
also, he has rage.
There's a rage.
Because he has a rage meter, which builds up when the more he deals damage, the more he gets damage.
But there is also one thing that is really fun with the Zombie Master. For example, it's like you are playing a game of hide and seek because you don't know which one is the Zombie Master. So you have to find him because if you don't find him, he will find you and he hit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know until he gets close to you that it's human controlled. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, another thing that the Zombie Master has is the zombie call. He can he can command other zombies to do things. So he can tell them, go destroy that wall or go attack that lone wolf survivor that decided to go alone in the corner of the map.
Right. So thank you guys. We're just gonna go with a question here that we've a pre-chosen question. We got one. First of all, 4v1 is a very niche genre, and there have been like very few successful games in terms of that genre. How would you guys handle that, knowing that it might be like a stressful factor for you guys? Like, how do you guys feel like oh my god, like we're getting toward like that genre, like like I'm just very curious. How do you guys handle that stress?
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
I think we have a unique take on the genre. So I think with the fact that you have the RTS aspects, with also having, I get to be that zombie that chases them down. I think that's really exciting. I know DBD and some other games like that, they have the killer or the one person that's first, but we have the big group. Actually, I think there are other games that have something similar, but not in the same respect though. I think we've carved out a pretty decent way of doing it that's interesting.
It's a light RTS, so you don't get into too many deep stats, and so it's accessible. You can possess, so you still get in on the action. And those aspects are unique.
Final answer.
And that's
Hello, Greece.
Are you logging in?
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's it. We got it.
And the other question that I wanted to ask you guys is that we've already announced the game on Steam, but there has been a lot actually. So many questions asking about whether would we see the game in console as well.
Ooh, we would love to at some point.
Well, we're trying to get into early access launch and generate an audience and hopefully update it, and those will be the next steps. Of course, we want to get it on console.
Yeah.
But
Because one of the things when you go to console, you want to make sure that the performance are good.
Yeah.
So you check on PC first. People likes it, good, check. Next step, optimize everything, check. Then console.
Professional talk, guys. Professional talk right now. Professional talk right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
for
be
real.
honest. I don't know what the purpose of the slides are anymore, so I'm just randomly clicking
let's
between.
talk about the slide. They're all looking.
We just have them up now.
So they're looking at the slide here. This is a slide showing the control of a new enemy. Bobby, what's the enemy there?
Yeah, it's Carla. So she's a pretty strong hunter. She has a devastating secondary attack, well, her special attack with the plater, because she's a waitress on the.
It's terrifying, everybody. It's terrifying.
Because it creates also a shockwave around the zombie, so it's really strong. If she gets like in that screenshot, she could be very devastating. If she does the sound the strike in the middle of everyone.
In that screenshot, by the way, I murdered Wretched Dolly up there with that attack. So just throwing that out there, that the attack we're talking about, she died to it. So
I'm
just
totally not in the shot.
I'm going to add a compressor. Y'all let me know if it sounds like shit.
yeah, no, I didn't kill you that time.
I know you're really
So
nice. Really
that's
nice,
just say it. But anyway, let's okay.
What are we into?
Well,
Well, in guitars.
Yeah, I don't remember what these shots were for, because I don't feel like this is related to what we're currently talking
We were talking. This is what we did. It was not
Okay.
like a lot. But
We
that's
lost
fine.
our place with the.
I know we lost our place, and now we just have the slides up, and I don't know what they're.
So
We're just having fun. So let's just forget about this slide for a second.
Sure.
You know, when we take a look, let's just say online, we could see some comments from the community saying like, oh well, 7 days Blood Moons pretty much seems like a mod, like it seems like it could have been like a sub, you know, like a sub genre of like 7 Days to Die. It could have been like a free DLC or whatnot. So I'm just wondering, like, to those who are saying that in terms of the community, what would you say that what is so different between 7 Days to Die and 7 Days Blood Moon in your opinion? We'll start. Let's go with Rick actually.
Oh, well, first of all, controlling that many unique zombies with special attacks makes it considerably different with the asymmetric play than 7 Days. You couldn't mod that into 7 days.
And the progression, don't forget, you know,
Yeah.
between being able to take over the zombies, being able to put down the tokens, the commander view, all of it, you know, it brings a new experience. And actually, we even have more than that. I mean, I think we've talked about so many features now of like the rage for the zombies and special attacks and everything.
well, we haven't mentioned also all the meta outside.
Exactly, we haven't.
Like
I think
That's
I think
coming
we have
up,
some-
everybody.
I think we have some slides based on.
We do have
just
slides on
show-
that. I remember those
Yeah,
slides.
Yeah, there's some slides that.
They're gonna come later.
All right, we'll get into the meta when you bring those up then.
And everybody, I'm just louder in general, so that's why you're hearing me better than everybody else. I'm just loud.
He is kind of loud.
Yes, I am. I am loud.
Yeah, but it's sending me up into the
let's
red.
just talk about like the art style, basically, guys. So we're gonna
So-
get the slide coming in a bit, but in terms of the art style, from what I see, like it definitely seems more of a comical game per se. I know the game has pretty much went from one graphical side to the other. Like I would like to wonder, like, what would you say about that? What would you comment on that?
We had some artists on the team who wanted to differentiate the game a little bit more. I'm going to call out Lee and Daniel for doing the shader work. He did a shader work. It's reminiscent of Borderlands, but the technique's a lot different. It's a lot more like an actual graphic novel.
Which is beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, and you know, some like it, some don't, but we think it's been a success and a win on the art side. If you go on the Steam page, look at the latest store shots and the video. Oh, there we go. There's the new Rodeo clown. There's a screenshot from the game. That's the art style. You can see the sky has a hand painted look. The airdrop smoke has a hand painted look to it. There's a lot of attention to detail in the game. This is not just a shader. This is shader and a lot of artwork, hand artwork that's been done to it.
And I really like the bright color. I think basically with the cell shaded and the color, like let's just say I'm looking at the farm is just, it's just amazing. So let's go with the next slide. So what could you tell me about this guys here? First of all, what is the map? Like what is the setting around?
So this is the diner map, or
Route 66.
Route 66, and the team has been really strong on branding. This is Bloody Good Burger, so it's a location. All the sub-locations, a lot of them have a lot of attention to detail, a lot of branding in the game. So it's who doesn't love that as a location in a zombie game? Bloody Good Burger. That's.
And also what I really like is that I just love the setting, like from this desert setting, and also like the sort of fort at the end. I just also really love like the setting.
Yeah, it's the scrapyard.
It's a scrapyard?
Yeah.
I was 8 years old when I knew about that.
So, speaking of details, I think that club is called Grandpa's Rocker. All the weapons have a branded name. They have personality to them. The artists on the Logic team and some of the folks on both teams have a great good synergy about branding. And it's just fun to see the weapon trees and all the weapons and their clever naming of them. And so that's the Fat Cop by the piggy bank behind him, which is another branded location.
And I think what I also really like is the fact that, I mean, that was already in the settings, but the fact that you guys have used like the 7 days to die like zombies, and then you ported it over to like 7 days like Blood Moon, and it's cell shaded. It looks also like very, very gorgeous and beautiful, very unique as well here.
Yeah.
Side.
So
And then,
a great example of that. This is Go Nuts Donuts. We'll call out Vincent, I think, who invented that character there, the little donut guy. You'll
That's
see.
my favorite.
Yeah, we'd love to make a costume or an enemy that looks like that at some point.
I would
but,
love to.
Yeah. So this is
Seriously, everybody, if you were being chased by that donut guy, you know, as a survivor, that's running after you, man, that would be so great.
So
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
So the humor in the game, the music in the game, the art style, the party game aspect, we wanted to have a lot of fun with this game, and that's part of the whole branding.
that's nice. To the next line. Oh, pizzeria.
Yeah.
This-
20 Pizza. It's one of our artists.
yeah.
So what can you tell us about like this setting? Because I'm looking at downtown and I really like the fact like we've shown the donut, we've shown like the different art. I'm just wondering like what we see Tuato Pizza. Are there perhaps like any other like buildings that are pretty much like a pizzeria downtown? Or are there any other sort of like buildings that are like that?
Oh yeah.
Let's say in each map, let's say the first few maps, we wanted to have like some kind of branding for every POI. So every big section, so we had like the art gallery that is available within this map that we don't see right now. We have like the pizzerias, Tuetti Pizza. So it was one of the requests that we had from Fun Pimps to be able to represent sign and make it really obvious. So sometimes we were thinking idea that came from 7 days, sometimes it was idea that were coming from us at Illogica. It all depends. But it was kind of creating more depth to the universe. Because if you just see a burger or pizza, yeah, okay, that's good. But when you see branding, it kind of creates the universe.
We wanted players to be able to speak to what Clem's saying there, we wanted players to be able to look quickly in a map and say, where should we hold up tonight? Should we go to the diner? Should we go to the pizza place? Should we go to the donut shop? And have it memorable and quickly learned by players.
Yeah.
That's good. We could go with that slide, but just before that, guys, I just want to ask you one question from our community. I was just going to ask you guys, in terms of, so we're seeing like the art and whatnot. However, in terms of like it could be art creation of weapon. What were let's just say we're going to go perhaps with Clem and we're going to go with Lathan, but what were perhaps like the weapons that you had the most fun creating?
Grandpa's Rocker was one of the famous one along with the plumber. Because, yeah, it's easy to have a gun. But when you say what will be the object that will represent a character, just a regular guy. Grandpa is always on his rocking chair, let's take it. So the moment that we were thinking about that was making like the real difference. So Grandpa's Rocker and the plumber.
Right. Actually, you know what? Let me go, instead of Lathan, let me go with Bobby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds great, of course.
I think the zombies for me are a big highlight. The new zombies that we have created, like Carla, the Rodeo Clown. We have a couple of others that I don't know if I can talk about them, but like the sandwich guy is very funny. I think we had a lot of fun with that.
We haven't shown him yet, but he's got really cool behaviors.
Yeah. We'll talk about him later.
I like that. I mean, why not? Let's just ask this question now. Are there battles going to be like any emotes in the game?
Yes, there is. You will not be. There will be other ways to have victory other than the normals. You'll have emotes. You'll be able to do different dances and things. Well, I don't know. Actually, we haven't decided exactly the list, but there is a plan for emotes. Yes.
Yeah.
There is at least
Probably the pimp dance. I mean, 'cause it's already in there. I mean,
Yes.
that would.
We definitely want some interesting animation to even sometimes just to have fun, but sometimes it can also be kind of functional in a way.
But can you imagine some guy using emotes on top of the big burger?
Yeah.
That will create some momentum.
Yeah, definitely. So, so you won't have to teabag your enemies. You can actually do emotes.
In a very creative way.
That was a question from Twitter that I accidentally answered before. Okay, so what are we moving on to next since Stevie walked away? Okay,
We're
so
already missing you.
I know, man. You just walked off. Let's see. So we were talking about the comic style or the art style. So now we can start talking about the Survivor features.
Yeah.
Didn't we kind of go through a lot of those?
We didn't go through the meta.
We didn't. Actually, hey, can you switch us to the Survivor slides? The ones where it shows the
Unlocks and meta.
what? I wasn't clear what he just said.
Oh man.
Can you all not hear me again?
No, we can hear you. Yeah. Oh hi.
So while they get the slide up, let's talk a little bit about the meta. So there's more than one gun or more than
Yeah,
one
you can. Okay.
melee weapon in the game.
Yeah.
Bobby, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, you can unlock a load of weapon. I don't remember exactly the amount, but
Yeah,
we
those.
took what there was in 7 Days to Die and added like a lot. I don't know if
I don't even know how many. It's
think
so many.
I think we doubled the amount of weapons.
Yeah, because there are more than
At
40
least.
weapons.
Yeah. So.
More than
At
40
least.
weapons.
And that's one big difference with 7 Days to Die is that you gather the crafting materials during a match, but you craft them outside of the match, between two match. You play a game, you pick up enough materials, you finish the game, you take those materials and you go in that screen and craft and unlock a new weapon to add to your arsenal.
So in theory, you'd once you do some of these unlocks and weapons, as a survivor, you would be a slightly higher level survivor at that point.
Yeah.
And you might get matched up with some folks that are zombie masters that are and other survivors that are.
And don't forget perks. There
Well,
are
they-
perks, a part of the progression as well.
I'm interrupting. There's gonna have to be skill-based matchmaking because judging by what they said, I mean, I'm really not that far into this. Judging by what he said, so you gather the materials, you craft it offline, like outside of a match, and then bring it back into another match. So that means there's gonna be a skill gap, a big skill gap.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, so let's just go back into the strategy. So let's just say
Perfect, Bobby.
Yeah, that is
Go ahead,
perfect.
Bobby.
I agree.
So let's just say I'm starting fresh day one. I'm trying to survive to day 4. This is like the morning. What do I do?
Yeah,
Like,
Bobby. What do we do, Bobby?
What do we do?
Bobby, please tell us.
Okay, during the day you have to organize the team because looting everything on the map it takes some. It needs to. Your team needs to be very efficient. So most of the time we'll split up the roles of the player and say 2 or 3 survivors will go around the map really quickly, gather the containers around before the zombie master has a chance to destroy them, and 1 or 2 of the remaining survivors will build up the map, build the traps, and it's part of the meta because the perks usually you'll try to create your own setup of perks to match the role that you'll take on during the day, and also during the night, because during the night you You have to band together, fight together. If you lone wolf and go around the map, you'll die very quickly. Like the zombie master will rip you to shreds in 5 seconds. So you have to work together in the game.
That was a great explanation, Bobby. Thank you for doing that. You took away our slides.
We can sit there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, I was gonna say we should talk about like we talked a little bit about crafting, right?
Well, even we didn't mention, but the zombie master also has
Oh, that's
crafting
right.
meta, because he also gathers materials, but he crafts
Yeah.
zombie tokens that we call, like zombie spawners. So at the beginning of his progression, he has only a few kind of zombies that he has available, but he will unlock more zombies and also more tokens. So if you, for example, you like fat cups, at the beginning you just have one token of fat cups, so in a match it will spawn like 4 fat cups at the same time. But you can unlock, you can craft additional tokens, so you'll be able to place more of these tokens at the same time if you really like fat cups. Or when we add bears, which will eventually come.
It's gonna be unbearable whenever that happens.
Leighton,
The bears.
Leighton loved putting bears all over the map.
I do.
And we have also coming up. We have flyers. So we have birds.
The vultures.
The vultures and the crows.
Yeah, the crows.
They're a particular menace. Like you think you're safe on the top of a building, and then the zombie masters place 3 tokens of vultures, and suddenly you're screwed up. Like,
I just want to point this out. I thought I had to stop you from just sharing, you know, things we're not supposed to talk about. He's talked about the sandwich man. He's talked about the crows. He's just going through everything. Man.
I'm happy to know that I'm not the only.
Yeah, I know. I was watching you like a hawk, and he's over here just like, hey, there's all these things coming, guys.
But then
You just wait.
they have to
Hopefully,
promise that they will be
that
there.
compressor
when
saved you
the
guys.
Zombie will be
it
available.
didn't save
no.
me.
So also one thing that I don't think that we've touched upon, but so we got the zombie masters, but I believe there are like different ways that you could perhaps control the zombies.
Are you talking about like the controlling them from, you know, like taking them over, but then also doing the commands to have them follow and attack?
Yeah.
This is a great thing for Bobby to talk about. Go ahead, Bobby.
I'll try
The
not
floor
to
is all
spoil
yours, Bobby.
Yeah.
anything. I don't think in the zombie call there's a chance, but
I don't know.
I'll try to be careful. The zombie call, well, I mentioned it briefly, but basically you can call all the zombies around you and tell them to follow you, so they will attack whenever you're attacking at the moment. Or you can assign them to attack a structure or a particular survivor. If you tell them to attack a structure, they will start at the block that you're aiming, but they will go to every block next to it once it is destroyed, and they can destroy a whole building if you let them go. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Did that answer the question?
That pretty much answered my question.
Perfect. We got this.
There's some great strategies that come with that. If you catch a survivor who down on the ground as a zombie master, you can quickly hit the follow button and surround that one survivor with a horde.
Yeah.
And that you pretty much guarantee they're going down.
Yeah, or other times, like the survivor will try to bottleneck the zombies with structure, with blocks, and if you decide to take all their zombies and create a backdoor somewhere else, well, they're in trouble.
Good point. Yeah.
But the zombie master is really fast.
Yes.
So if a survivor thinks that he can run away and run in circle, that won't do the work.
Mm-mm.
Zombie Master's
he's
fucking
faster,
overpowered.
Stronger,
Yeah.
He can receive a lot more damage.
It's tough, man. It's real tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The zombie master is really strong.
Right.
There's a reason they say 4v1 and not 1v4.
So let's see, first one, I think that was you, Leighton. I think that was like.
It's me using the sprinkler, the water pistol
Yeah.
looking gun.
Beautiful gun. But I'm just wondering, when looking at this picture, I see that they are, so it's usually like a 4v1, but I do see that there are only 2 people. Is it possible perhaps that we could go, that we could play perhaps like 2v1, 3v1, 4v1, and what would be, let's just say, the handicap? Would it be tough, easy?
This sounds like a great question for Bobby.
You got such beautiful eyes.
I mean, I know, but I'm
beautiful
just,
eyes.
you
You're
know,
just like-
he's the one who planned out this part, so
Yeah.
I feel like this is a great time for him to shine.
I'll stop looking at you then.
Yeah,
No,
like
it's fine.
I mentioned, we're balancing the game so we can play with different amount of survivors. It goes through the number of blood moon points, like your budget and blood moon points that you have as a zombie master. But also each token, they spawn a certain amount of zombies at the same time. Every time a zombie, say you place a token of a burn zombie on the map, it spawns 3 burn zombies. If one of these zombies is killed, well, the token will automatically spawn another one. That number of zombies at the same time is adjusted depending on the number of survivors that you're playing against.
Actually, did we go through and explain the tokens and how, like, the day and night strategies of the zombie master? I don't know if we did.
Some
Did
of
you?
that,
Yeah, a little bit,
like-
a little bit.
I think there's a slide that shows.
I mean, this is a great spot for Bobby to. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. I mean,
You should call him like Bobby the mastermind.
yeah.
Actually, I think there's maybe one subject that we haven't touched. I was out for a second, but maybe have we talked about like the zombie progression, the chemistry?
No, that was a slide.
But we didn't have the slides.
Yes.
Is it one of these? Oh, well, actually, here, talk about this one, Bobby.
Those are the merit badge. Basically, they are temporary perks that you gain through through a match. So you start a match, and at the beginning of every day, you get a selection of 3 merit badge, 3 random merit badge, and you choose one, and it's a bonus that you have until the end of this match.
These are for survivors.
Yes, only
to-
for survivors.
Yeah.
And they will change like the way you will play, because if you can get they're stackable also, so you can get offered, like for example in that example you have death traps. Death traps gives you a bonus on every trap that you place. So during the second night you'll get another selection, but maybe if you're lucky you'll get death traps again through the selection. If you select death traps, it's not just it won't be just 15% trap damage. So maybe you'll say, well, I'm the one building the traps in the team if it happens.
If you wanted to know where
It's a
badges
way
came
to
from,
to
this
spice
is it.
up your game, and even though you come in the game with the same gear from one game to another, the merit badge will probably change the way you'll decide how to play the game.
Good. Let's go with the next slide. I'm not sure. Yeah, we passed this one. You can
Okay,
go
so
back.
we did this one
Yeah, we
before.
can go back, so
Oh, here's a good picture of the sprinkler. So this is the gun that I was using in it. This is one of the unique weapons in the game. So you can see this is the selection. So this is when I'm choosing which weapon I want to use. I can equip.
You also got the stats on the left.
Yeah.
Also very.
It's your selection at the very early in game. I mean, you unlocked only.
Yeah. I only had like 1 or 2 guns
And
unlocked.
Now we're gonna get to the chemistry, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope. That's me. That's me killing Neko
These are
Potato.
like- these are-
This is,
these are
there's a
like-
lot of pictures of me murdering people.
these are like
Everybody.
vacation pictures
This
at this
is This
This vacation.
is just a nice memory to have. She died right here.
Those were convenient
So
screenshots.
it's all good. And don't let them deny it, because I did kill them all. Anyway, and this is me planning on killing them. And this is the token view. I think we explained it a little, but you place down tokens during the day or at night. When nighttime hits, it'll start spawning zombies. It'll remove from your blood points at the top left. Each zombie spawned is a certain amount of blood points. There can only be a maximum number of zombies spawned from each token alive at one time. So I can't remember how many it is for Carla, but it's like 3 zombies, and then once one dies, it'll respawn another one based on how much blood points you have. It's kind of the flow.
Yeah.
The game has a full Zombiepedia to explain the
See if
advanced
that's-
behaviors and of every enemy.
Hey, that's me murdering DV. Anyway.
See, they love me here.
If
They
you come
love
back
me
to
here.
the
Oh, do you want me to go back? Sorry, go ahead.
One thing also that is very useful in that view is that you have your list of zombie on the left, and you can see the white skull with the number under it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the number of those zombies that are actually on the map. And if you click on that bar on this specific zombie, the camera will move from one zombie to another. So if you say I want to play that kind of zombie, well, you can just go in that view, click on the kind of zombie you want. It will locate it for you, and you just take possession of that zombie
You
and control it.
You can toggle back and forth between possessed view and commander view at
Yes.
will. Yeah.
And also, what I really like is the fact that you can easily swap like from one zombie to another, like with the Q&E, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
you can do that without going through the zombie commander.
Yes, this is our again our wonderful vacation.
This is
pictures
where
right
I
now.
murdered DV once again. Just throwing that out there. Just want to remind everybody that he died right here. Anyway, moving on.
All right, now we can. Get
Here's the chemistry. Look at that.
There, we found it. There it is.
So this is a great topic for Bobby to talk about.
Yeah, so basically it's the same thing as for the survivor with the weapons. So the zombie player, well, any player can be a zombie master and a survivor. Like you have two different progressions, two separate progressions. So if you like to play a bit of both, well, you can. If you want only to play as a zombie master, you'll progress much faster as a zombie master and go through all these tokens, the spawner,
So
this zombie
you could be
spawner.
level 100 as a survivor and level 1 as a zombie master if you never played the zombie master.
Yes.
But you could be level 10 as a zombie master and level 1 as a survivor. So yeah.
And either way, you'd always destroy Lathan.
No, that's probably not happening. No, it doesn't happen very often, everybody.
I think that's
So-
something we wanted to have in the game, that leave the choice to the player to
Yeah.
which role they want to play.
And by the way, this is Black Betty. Sorry, Black Betty, one of our wonderful zombies here. Beautiful.
So this is the crafting screen of. So this is whenever you decided I want more tokens of this character. So I click, I hit craft. This is using the resources that I gained from playing matches.
What are we seeing in the UI here? Bobby?
Oh, yeah, Bobby,
on
please
the-
explain.
Well, on the left you have the tree that you saw, but the specific tree of this kind of zombies. In that case, those are hunters. If I'm not mistaken, I think those are the glass cannons hunters. So they're very good at dealing damage, but they have very low health and.
Actually,
Is that Carla on the side, on the left side? I think it is.
I think, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so
it is.
so that's Carla's tree. So
Yeah.
it expands to Black Betty.
Well, actually, I was going to ask you. So you talked about glass cannon. What are the? I don't think we've touched upon that. But what are the other types of zombies that you can control? What are their like?
Oh no, he talked about that.
Oh, he
Yeah,
talked
you know, he went through all
I
the
think I was-
classes.
I think I was actually.
Yeah, you were over there, but no, there's
Yeah.
there's a lot.
There was a lot.
You
I
can do
missed
a
that.
very quick.
Yeah.
Bobby, we don't mind you doing a very quick recap of it.
Yeah,
It's really fast.
Hunters, good against survivors. Wreckers, good against blocks. Sappers, good against traps. Because we have three types of damage, like in the game. So each zombie can deal damage to anything, but they're sometimes better at dealing damage to one kind of health points. Let's say. You have the tanks, which are, well, usual in
Tanky.
like tanky, and the support, and we have the roamers also.
Oh, wow, I
And,
fucked that up.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Good.
Hey,
This
now
is-
we can
oh,
talk
yes.
about some rodeo
So,
clown.
Rodeo clown, guys.
shout out to Vincent here, I think, who did this concept for the rodeo clown.
Yes.
This guy here came up with this sort of the wild idea. It was based on a map we had.
Yeah.
We had this rodeo.
Thanks.
Yeah, because at first, Leighton was like, I want to have a clown as a zombie. This will be so nice. And we were having a farm, and we said, what can we do to make those two teams together? So let's have some kind of party
Oh,
at
man.
the farm.
And,
That's when we had the Rodeo Clown Academy.
Yeah. it
Can you
was-
confirm, Lathan? Can you confirm?
oh yeah, no, everything they're saying is true. I think I'm really excited to see this one, like fully. Everybody get to see the experience of being pulled in, and yeah, it's going to be great. It's very similar to kind of like the smoker in Left 4 Dead. Not
Yeah, a
7
little bit
Days,
like
but-
that.
Oh, we're 7 Days. Yeah, but it's similar but not the same. It's close, but it has that same because a lot of the strategies currently is kind of sit up on the roof and take out the zombies as they come. But think about having something that can just grab you and say, "Get off that roof."
Yeah.
So that's what this is for.
Just a special question, actually. Are there perhaps any chances that we're going to see this zombie on 7 Days to Die? Maybe?
No,
Ooh, I don't know about that.
don't fucking do
We'll
it.
see. We'll see.
If we bring him back, it'll be sometime later.
And it would be probably in a different way because I don't know if a zombie that pulls you would really have the same impact on that game as much as because if you see it in the wild, like it's not that big of a deal if like you're running around a building or something and he just pulls you a little bit. In this it makes a lot of sense because it's it's that kind of game style where you're trying to defend. We could make it something that only shows like during blood moons maybe, but I think it fits better to this game.
With the art style and the fun party game aspect of it, we're leaning into the branding and kind of over the top, a little bit campy fun that the game actually has. And
Oh, there's
Rita, well, we've already seen her many times with one of our special zombies.
Dolores.
Carla.
These are just the concepts of the different ideas that we had for her. Obviously, we went with more of the far right one, and I think we got rid of her skates.
we were imagining in the Bloody Good Burger, what would a waitress look like from that, a zombie, and what might she do? And I think
I don't mind that.
That's where the environment
kinda cool.
inspired the character art.
Yeah, and we wanted to make sure that we have different kind of zombie, not just like their role, but their age or the size, anything to make them like,
Very inclusive.
yeah, they are inclusive.
I like that.
Well,
Yeah.
there's also a gameplay function in the sense that we wanted them to be easily identified.
I also like the skates idea. I think that's pretty cool.
So you learn, this one is really good at destroying our traps, so maybe we should shoot him before he destroys all the spikes that are the only wall against the
I agree,
See,
supportive
he's
zombies.
really good at explaining stuff. That's why I like it whenever he explains.
It plays into the multiple strategies this game actually has. There's a lot of hidden strategies that you'll learn to do after you learn more about the game, like use Carla to destroy a lot of traps and let the rest of the enemies get to the players.
Actually, here, I'm going to spoil something because you got to spoil some things. We have talked about possibly having variations of zombies, and so you may see some of these different color variations in the future. Maybe. See, I get to spoil stuff too. Okay, yeah, I get to
I
do
will
it.
write it down.
And if I'm going to say something, I have something to share with you guys.
Oh, and there's no more slides. This is it.
No, but there is just something that I want to share with you guys. So usually when I was playing in the playtest with Carla, I was always trying to like smash everyone, like the different survivors. But then when I saw the gameplay trailer, and I was like, oh, you could actually destroy the traps with it. I was like, here I've been like playing with her like for literally like more than a year, and then I'm like, oh, I could destroy the traps with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, for now, so these are what we have in terms of like 7 days blood moons. We're just gonna jump. We're gonna do maybe 2 or 3 questions.
Did we show that video that we had? Like we had a video of showing like
Yeah,
a little
well, I
bit
mean,
of the trap
let's-
placement.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we can
well,
show it
we
and
could
just
just
kind of
show it, like
talk
you
about
said.
it. If
talk
you want to
about
click over, there's one of the scenes that it says video. It just shows a little bit of.
Yeah, I mean, we could keep.
Oh,
the
I guess I
video on
won't
top.
see it because it's not on that screen. Okay, so I mean, this is just showing a little bit of the building with the ghosted blocks. This is how. So you could have one person go around, put all the blocks down. You could have another person come by and repair them. So that's kind of the flow we wanted to do because we wanted this to be a cooperative thing. And so I think this promotes that.
Yeah, and here we have like new blocks that are fence, just to make sure that you can shoot and attack zombie that are behind it.
Yeah.
Because blocks are nice, but They kind of blocked the view.
They block.
No pun intended.
But yeah.
First dad joke of the day.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah.
I don't know. I did that unbearable joke earlier.
Yeah,
So,
second one.
yeah, it's the second.
Oh, that's the second one.
But yeah, I mean, that's it. We just wanted to show a little bit of the building. So that's, and I know there's no sound, everybody. We did that on purpose. We wanted you to hear us talking. So it's just kind of showing that's how the building works. So you can click back to the big screen now.
There's a quick build wheel in the game. I don't know if you saw it there or not.
You didn't.
Anyway, you can unlock different things with that.
Did we
as you-
show the constructables?
I
Which you
think
can. Okay, so a part of the progression for the players, whenever you unlock weapons, you can also unlock constructables. That is you can unlock turrets, the junk sledge, a bunch of different other blocks too. But that's a part of the progression. We didn't get a chance to show it. I'm sure we'll show it in a later session of one of these.
But
If
did
we
we
do
talk
another one.
about the hero box?
Oh, we did not talk about the
Did
hero
not talk
box.
about the hero box.
Bobby, please explain it. You're really good at this.
Yeah, well, we have the parachute box like in 7 Days to Die, but we have also the Euro box, which is the one that spawned, that has a special weapon. So a rocket launcher, we have the chainsaw,
Auto shotty.
the auto shotgun,
The M60.
The M16, they're very powerful
Yep.
weapons.
Limited ammo, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Limited
so-
ammo, and
yeah.
once you're out of ammo, you drop the weapon. So
Just get that out of here. Yeah.
But they're
It's like Apex Legends.
quite
Like you pick
powerful.
up a Kraber.
Yeah.
But you have to risk your life to go get them at
Yes.
night.
Risk it
Yes.
for the biscuit. Yes. You have to get on out there. What?
I just love what you're saying. Man.
I just, I mean, it's a nice thing that you can grab that. Also, isn't there a box
Relax,
that gives
Gabe,
us
relax.
more resources?
It's his Twitch.
You have the crafting box.
Yeah, okay.
The crafting boxes that give you crafting materials. to
Well, I meant
craft.
the meta crafting.
The
Didn't we
meta
have
crafting, yeah.
Didn't we have a box that was just for that? I can't
Yes.
remember. Yeah.
Cheers,
Yeah,
Smokey.
we do.
You want to tell them a little bit about, the Twitch drops, that this is going to be the last chance you have to get them?
Oh, these right here?
Yeah, I mean,
We talked about doing possibly, so this Twitch drop that we're doing here, we're also going to do on all of our dev streams coming up, and we have another variation of them
We
too.
do. We have some more
When
coming.
Blood Moons drops, we will have a streamer. We're not going to get into too much details about that, but we do have a streamer campaign that we're going to be doing. It'll be really cool. You'll really love it.
it's called The Watcher.
I just said we weren't going to go
I'm
into
spoiling
it.
it.
I
can
just
spoil
said
one
we
more
weren't
thing
going
today.
into it, and then you just.
Oh yeah.
We need
Yeah.
to do more dev streams.
Oh, Bobby, you two are a bad influence. Like, you're spoiling stuff, and he's like, well, if Bobby's doing it,
Like,
I should do it. And then now, here we're at.
But,
I mean, you got Rick, I got Bobby.
Yeah, apparently I don't.
So,
Okay. Questions?
He's definitely the loudest.
Actually, let us see. Do we have time for a question, maybe?
You could do like
Questions?
you could do like 8 more minutes of questions.
8 more minutes?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
well,
8 more minutes.
let's just do so. I have 2 questions here, and then afterward, how about we take some questions from
We
the
could
chat?
try to take some questions.
All right, so the first question that I wanted to bring actually was the question that I brought before. So in terms of like 7 Days Blood Moons, so we know that there's going to be like the regular mode, but are there any special modes that are planned that just?
Don't spoil it. Don't do it.
I'll do it.
Yes,
non-spoiler
we are
way.
talking about having other game modes as we go. Obviously, the easiest one is kind of like a deathmatch mode, but we have some ideas of some others that we are looking to explore. Man, you are just dying. You're just.
No.
I can see it inside. You're like, just let me say it.
That's when I just start saying beep, 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 beep,
Yeah,
beep.
yeah. So, but we have other game modes in mind that will still use the Zombie Master and still have the players, but they will have different objectives, maybe, and things like that. Maybe, God, now I want to spoil. Yeah, okay,
No,
let's move on.
I thought we were going to say something about.
We're exploring some different modes, but as ideas and concepts, but none of them have gone into production yet.
Yeah,
I will say that.
And we're exploring the feasibility of getting them in and making sure it's all optimized and a great gameplay experience. So that's, yeah.
So my question is still going to be in that same optic, however, though. So in terms, however, so we got perhaps new games mode, perhaps, but in terms of the events, are we gonna see any, let's just say, limited time events? Let's just say we got Halloween, we got Christmas. Like,
We would love to have things like that, right, Bobby? Bobby, you know what? You should talk about this one. I know that you feel very strongly.
He got some.
I know he will. He's just going to be like,
God damn
we're
it,
doing
Brian.
this.
Okay,
we're
yeah,
doing
you're
this. But yes. I mean, the plan is to do stuff like that. But Bobby, if you want to, you can spoil a little.
We're gonna have the seasons with the season.
The season pass. Yeah.
So that's the first thing that we
All right,
want to introduce. We have other ideas for events, but I don't think I can spoil them.
We don't have any. So we've talked about them, but we don't have any kind of planned out. So we like the idea of doing seasonal events, Christmas events, Easter events, things like that. Yeah. But we just have to, we need to know the feasibility of getting it done in time and where it can fit in the timeline. But it is something that we are interested in, and I think it would add a really big impact. We can have items that you can unlock based off those times. So maybe there's special armor, maybe there's special weapon skins. Actually, we didn't talk about weapon skins. Those are coming at some point. But yeah, anyway. So God, now I'm spoiling stuff.
We said in the meeting not to talk about it.
Yeah,
It's just seasonal
well,
events.
maybe. Okay, maybe.
Some DLC shit,
No,
some giveaway
that's
shit.
fine. Anyway,
of
there's
games
stuff
do that.
coming.
All right, so should we maybe take some questions from the chat? Maybe do we have some questions lined up here?
Is there any questions that you all have? First one I see.
Don't you do it.
Yes. First question I see. Weapon
don't ask
skins
questions.
sound cool.
What happened
Yes,
to the jars?
Yes, they do.
Spoilers.
W.
There's
Fucking
not going to be
W.
jars in this game.
W.
Prop hunt mode, that would be awesome because I do love those games, but it wouldn't fit this game at all. But I like the enthusiasm.
And there will be no vehicles? Let's say not playable
Ooh,
vehicles?
no, probably not.
No.
Even though there might be an objective with a vehicle.
Let's read
but
some
we're
of
not
these
going to
questions.
talk about that.
Where can I get
But
one
there
of those
could be.
shirts? Gameplay?
That could be a game mode. We don't know.
Good question. Release date?
Live from Montreal? Yes, we are live from Montreal.
Nous sommes à Montréal. Bonjour.
Hey, we want to thank the crew behind you. You can't see who worked hard to throw this together.
They didn't
Throw
work
this
that hard.
together. We were last minute a little bit. We
What do you mean
Especially
last
the sound.
minute?
We no, I mean this is our first one and remote. It's been great.
It's not your
And
first dev stream,
Also,
though, guys.
folks who worked on the Twitch drops to make that happen.
Yeah. And that was very last minute, too.
That was
so.
we were cutting it close there.
Yeah.
Y'all do everything last
You
minute.
can
Quit
bring
lying.
them like one by one.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
you all want to come over here, for those of you who normally come to my stream, Cheapsko's over here.
No.
Yeah, he can come on in.
You know, come on in here, Will.
Come on, Will.
Will works tirelessly for all the games we're working on.
This is Cheapsko, everybody.
He's the only actual Canadian on the Fun Pimps team.
And he's the one who keeps wearing a tie whenever we tell him not to.
Oh,
Man.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
God, man, come on. But yeah. And then there's others, whoever wants to come in, say hi.
That's a
Everybody's
big
like, no,
man
I'm not
right
doing
there.
that. I'm
Well,
good.
allow me
No. Everybody's like, no, I'm good. I'm
Still
good.
allow me to like tell them hello to them, like
Yeah,
shout out
hi
to, like,
everybody.
Anthony.
But they're like,
Shout out
no,
to-
I'm
we got
good.
Saulo,
Version 21
Saulo on the side
alphas.
of the mic, taking charge of the audio. Big
Give a
shout
hand
out
to these guys.
Big
Yeah.
shout out again to my man Anthony, man, just making sure the stream goes well. Big shout out again to my man Phil. This is our art director.
Oh, I know we
That's
could
making
just
sure
turn the camera
everything
around.
is-
Yeah, sorry.
Well, we could just like
I mean,
flip it on.
that's fine if maybe they're camera shy.
No. I'm not gonna do it. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, we still got a little bit of time left, so guys, if by any means you do have any questions, we'll give maybe like 2 last questions, guys. So keep it hot, guys. We're ready for your questions here. Keep it hot. Don't be shy.
Will there be vehicles? There's not gonna be vehicles, so probably not.
Okay, that doesn't count as a question.
No, I know. Everybody, keep in mind, don't ask 7 days questions because we're not really answering that right now. This isn't a 7-day stream. This is a Blood Moons stream. So
Actually, let me allow you to say something, guys. Speaking of 7 days, us being the 7 days little brother, if by me you haven't had the chance, please go follow our pages, our social pages on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you're on Blue Sky, you can just type 7 Days Blood Moons. We're in here. You can just follow us. So,
Here's my
Will there
question.
be battle pass? Well, there will be a season pass.
Season pass. Okay,
at
there
some
will be a
point.
season
Actually,
pass.
we're not doing it at launch. We're going to be focusing on other things. We're going to be in early access, but once we get out of early access, we're gonna make sure everything's solid. Then we'll have season pass, or we'll call it something. But
there's actually one question. Actually,
oh,
how will we be able to customize our characters?
oh, that is a great question, actually. So we have
Bloom
outfits
balloons.
that you can wear. We have outfit skins, so you can actually not only get the outfit, but you can get a variation of the outfit. We'll have at launch. There will be some that are unique, some that are from 7 days. We have you can see it in our logo. There's a firefighter and a pimp that will be in there. We can't really. That's not spoiling. It's right there in front of them.
It's not spoiling, but
It's not. It's right there.
you have to tell them that if they want to have the pimp outfit,
Oh yeah, that's early access only. You have to get it during early access, or you can't have it. But there is a pimp outfit.
Full
That,
pimp.
yeah, it's a full pimp, not just a hat, but a full
Yeah,
pimp.
a different hat and a
Girl
different
Scout
outfit.
badge.
Yeah. Oh, it's a completely different hat.
Yeah.
It's not the one that you're getting for 7 days right now. And keep in mind, everybody, what you're getting right now is for 7 days. It is not for Blood Moons.
We got a few questions also asked. When is the early access happening?
Soon.
Yeah.
Couple
Ish.
months. Yeah, a couple months.
And
Close-ish.
one thing that also just one question that was very interesting is that, in 7 Days to Die, you got traders. Are we going to see some glimpse of traders on 7 Days Blood Moons?
That's a great question for Bobby.
A trader? You mean
Traders, like Traders Joe.
not during a match, obviously, because it's
Yeah,
gonna
no.
it's gonna go too fast. But there's gonna be a trader in the shop, and that's one thing that we want to have sometimes is a trader that comes in at kind of a limited event, like having a trader that comes from time to time and gives you special items to purchase, like for customization. of your-
Actually, and this brings up a good point. How many people would be interested in a Trader Jen outfit for Blood Moons? Because I feel like that
I
would.
mean, if you did a
everybody loves
little bit
Trader
of
Jen so
improvement to
much.
her ass, I mean,
I feel like
she's
that
all
would be a good
tits,
one.
man.
So,
To be honest.
any excitement there?
Nah, not really.
Or a
dude.
Trader Rect. I mean, we could do Trader Rect too. I mean, but I see a lot of yes. Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
pleases and yes and I would and perfect. Okay, so then maybe we'll put that on the list at some point.
Maybe a Traders Gen poster. I've heard someone say
Yeah.
a Traders Gen poster. That would be sexy, right?
We have disc plates now, so
Yeah,
we
never
could
mind.
possibly make one Trader Jen. I mean,
Power
people
to
may
chat,
enjoy
power to
that.
community.
I know, yeah, dude. We do have the U2s. There's some up there. We have the next batch coming, and I don't know when we're gonna do the
Let's keep
next. but-
Desiree busy now.
Yeah, exactly. Trader Rect calendar.
Maybe let's just go
There we
for
go.
a last. Maybe let's just go for a last question, guys. A last question.
Last question. What do we got, everybody? Real quick.
Question, guy. Oh, actually, will you by chance having a collab opportunity for streamers who play 7 days like drops if viewers watch our streams?
Possibly. It would possibly be something through our creator program, but
You mean like
possibly.
a specific brand?
Yeah,
A
possibly.
specific brand.
Possibly, no
Yeah,
promises.
yeah.
So we have a lot of people in there. That would be the only problem I have with that is then we have to. It's kind of like playing favorites, because we can't put in. I think I don't remember how many hundreds of people we have in our creator program, and we can't put 300 skins in or however many. So we'd have to
That
pick,
sounds like
and
a
it's
great
like.
quest for one person to win it.
Yeah, I mean, we could raffle it, but then everybody else is going to be disappointed. I don't know. It's it's something to think about, but not. I don't know. We'll see on
That's
that
fine,
one.
that's
No
fine.
promises.
I just love how you answering that question.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's going to wrap it up. So I know some people can't really hear me. So, hey, Lathan, how about I let you go with the final words?
Hey, so thank you everybody for watching. We're actually, please stick around for a minute. We're going to find someone to raid and go show some love to, but we really appreciate you all being here and sitting through our audio issues, which I know is a pain, but we worked through it, and yes, I get it. This isn't the greatest, but it really means a lot to us that a lot of you stayed around and, we're willing to power through it and we hope next time we'll have everything good, and I hope you all enjoy it. And yeah, just please stick around, and I got to get up
Thank
and
you
go
all.
that way.
Thank you all, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Well. So what are we thinking, man? What are we thinking? What do y'all think? I am less than impressed. I am less impressed by this than I was by 2.0. Not because the stream was shit, but because they hyped this thing up about, talking about they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. And well, guess what? They didn't do none of it. Oh man, yeah. So let me see. Let me push some buttons real quick, and there we go. Beautiful. Why won't it let me? Oh, that's why. I see. So let's take a look at the polls. I'm gonna chill around for like 3 minutes here. We're gonna go ahead and go for a ride on this raid, wherever they want to go. Massive note from old man Gibb. Not impressed by AJ. Legit, man. Yeah, legit. So what I am gonna do is I don't know how many people I have on Twitch. I guess I could find out. I don't know if it's a raid out material or not, but 9 people. Let's I'm gonna send y'all over to Hell's Janitor, and Gib, you'll like this dude. I don't know if you've ever heard of him or not, but yeah, I like him, man. He's a no fucks kind of guy. The Scottish dude. Scottish? Don't quote me. So I'm gonna send y'all over there to Hell's Janitor, and then on YouTube we're gonna raid out to my own video. You're not on Twitch? Okay, well, it's all good. I'm just gonna go ahead and press the raid now button. Twitch, appreciate you. Cheers, and we'll see you soon. Yeah, unless Fubar is gonna try to raid out to me, which I fucking doubt. Yeah, we're going to whoever that is. Cool. Okay, Twitch, cheers. Appreciate you. Rating there, and then YouTube, we be chilling. We're gonna go watch one of my own videos. And I need to practice this. So let's take a look here. We're going to the live. I got to go to this, and then I got to go to this. Poll results, 75% said no and 25% said yes. What is that? 20 votes. It's decent. Yeah, that's decent. Yeah, that's decent. I think I'm getting a flash flood warning. Awesome. If I go here, customization, and I had to redirect to this guy right here. I have a bunch of shit. That that they did not put in the patch notes. Not just a bunch of shit from this patch, not just from this patch 2.0 and 2.1, but also from as far back as like Alpha 16. I found things that have never had patch notes attributed to them, and if I couldn't have ever found any of that shit if it wasn't for AI. I used Grok to help me narrow the searches, because I found something and I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, so we're gonna raid out. I'm gonna stop the stream. Y'all, I appreciate you being here. That was a total shit show. I'm glad it's over. I'm gonna go have a beer and some dinner after I watch this video. Cheers, guys. Bye.